Now, 43% of highly qualified women with children are leaving careers or off-ramping for a period of time. This shocking statistic came from Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg's best-selling book, Lean In.
And in a place like Dubai, with its high number of young expats with children, this figure is probably even higher. Now, inadequate maternity leave, expensive childcare, long office hours, or simply a conscious choice to spend more time with the family. The reasons for this can be many.
But as Priyanka Dutt finds out, a lot of women are choosing to come back into the workforce, only this time on their own terms. She met the Mompreneurs.
It became very difficult for me to find a job because the first question that they would ask me is, oh, so you're newly married, are you planning to have children soon?
When you come to Dubai, the first thing people ask you, what does your husband do? Instead of asking you, what do you do?
Despite women making up almost 50% of the workforce, almost every woman would have a similar anecdote to share.
While women's equality has been making great strides all over the world, one single event changes everything. Motherhood is possibly one of the biggest reasons why the maximum number of women leave the workforce. And while traditional companies are still trying to work around this problem, today we meet a few women in Dubai who found creative and different ways to get back into the workforce.
Meet the Mompreneurs, some of Dubai's sharpest business minds running successful businesses. Incidentally, also mothers who had to leave their 9-to-5 day jobs when they had children.
There are three main reasons that we have so many female entrepreneurs, especially in the UAE. One is that the maternity leave is only 45 days. And a lot of women, they are not willing to go back to workforce when their when their baby is only less than 2 months old. The second is because we have a huge community of expats, and they have a product or a service back home that they can't find it here in the UAE. And the third reason is that all of these people have a strong professional backgrounds. And after having baby, their life changes completely. They don't want to necessarily leave their child, and also they don't want to give up their professional life. So they start their own business with flexible working hours.
What started as a small group of women helping each other informally has now grown into an organized group of more than 700 members, using their combined voice to not just encourage more women to work, but also push for actual laws and amendments that would help more women get back into the workforce.
We have a database of 700 mom entrepreneurs only in Dubai that we know on a personal level. And we have been in talks to Dubai SME with Chamber of Commerce to change some of the rules for these ladies. As an example, as a female entrepreneur, you may not necessarily need a physical office space in order to do your business, because one of the main reasons you are starting your own business is to have the flexibility, to be able to work from your home while your children are around you. So you don't need a physical office space, especially when you don't have a big team as well. And this is the regulation which is already there for Emirati female entrepreneurs. And we have been in talks to the government to have it for expat female entrepreneurs as well.
They do want to stay in the workforce, but they also need flexibility. This is why our main mission is to find flexible jobs for these moms, whether working from home, whether working part-time, working on a temporary basis.
For Elsa Babik, the brains behind ProMoms, an app that helped women find flexible or part-time jobs, her own past experience as an executive search consultant helped pave the way for her current business idea. In just 1 year, ProMoms has already helped place 15 women.
Most of the multinationals are loving the concept because of gender diversity, and these are talented mothers. They are not just fresh graduates. Most of them had careers previously, and they are loving the concept. If you are a startup company, they're also loving it because of instead of hiring one full-timer, they hire 2 part-time moms.
However, while most women in Dubai are at the helm of big businesses, being known as a mompreneur has its own challenges. Like Samar Nabulsi, who's been running a successful children's merchandise business over the past few years, has even opened her first store in New York, but often finds herself battling the mommy tag.
Because I'm a mompreneur, a lot of, when I approach other businesses who are like proper, whatever you want to call it, into the chain, they take a step back and like, oh, so you're a mom and you have kids and you work. Okay, so what is it that you do? And it's just like I have to sit there and explain that what we have is actually really great, and what we've done as a company, forget me, but as a company, we've gone international.
With a recent push by the Dubai government to promote its SME sector, Mompreneurs in the city hope there will be changes in laws for them as well, helping more and more women find their way back into the workforce. Priyanka Dutt, Emirates 24/7.